In partnership with KBW, we are at Nasdaq's MarketSite celebrating the 24th Annual Community Bank Investor Conference. My name is Christina Start, and joining me today is David Becker, Chairman and CEO of First Internet Bank. David, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Christina.
David, tell us about your start. You were a first mover in so many aspects. How did you get your start into this space?
Part of it was actually frustration with traditional banks. As a software entrepreneur, they really didn't understand my business. I couldn't borrow from them. As an entrepreneur, I was working all day, every day. When I needed a bank, they were closed. So I thought there's got to be other people in the country as frustrated as I am. So kicked it off in 1999. Today, we're closing in on $5 billion in assets, customers in all 50 states. So apparently there were a lot of other people that thought it was a good idea as well.
That's amazing. You took your frustrations, innovated a solution, and now others are benefiting from that solution as well.
Exactly.
And you're really impacting the micro and macro environment. Talk to me about your customer base.
Yeah, when we launched in the early stages, the regulators thought I'd wind up with just a bunch of college students as customers because they're the only ones that understood the internet. The reality is I had 58-year-old males, 700 plus FICO scores. They were really, really solid customers and have been lifelong customers with us. And so it morphed a little bit. We were pretty much a retail bank for the first 6-7 years. And then in 08, 09, we started to roll out commercial services. And then finally, about 3 years ago, we got into SBA lending through the Small Business Administration, which is very near and dear to my heart because most of that is to entrepreneurial companies. And we're now 3 years into it. We're in the top 10 of the number of originators in the US. So it's been a great run for us.
That's amazing. You're a community bank, but you're servicing customers nationwide. Is this common for community banks?
No, actually, most community banks will stay within a geographic footprint of the county of residency or maybe surrounding counties or half a state or something of that nature. They're on a state line, they might cross over, but very few actually operate on a national footprint. And we have been national literally from the day we opened our doors. And it was an interesting play, the shuffle. We were, as I said, the retail bank in the early stages, and we moved into commercial side of things. And as I just stated, we got into the small business lending here recently. And the big shift we've probably seen in the customer base, which is really intriguing as a outgrowth of kind of the pandemic, people learned that they could bank remotely. And they could do it from the convenience of home. They really didn't need to go to that branch. So nowadays we're opening thousands of accounts a month with individuals and small businesses that prior to the pandemic would have never looked at us.
That's
so convenience is a great driver for them.
Absolutely. And the industry is constantly changing and you're staying ahead of that curve. Talk to me about the banking industry today.
So the banking industry today, probably the hottest thing in the industry is the Fintech Opportunities. And these are software companies that are creating great consumer products, either because banks don't have the technology to do it or they don't have the desire to do it, but they still need to hook up with institutions like ours. They need access to the FDIC insurance. They need access to the rails to actually move the money. The compliance issues and stuff, as they're creating tech, it's pretty hard to take on all the regulatory compliance stuff, which is part of our DNA. So it really makes a great marriage between the two of us.
How do nationwide banks like yours play a pivotal role in supporting local communities?
The local side of it, that's in every bank's DNA. We just built a new corporate headquarters in Fishers, Indiana.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a beautiful building up on the northeast side of Indianapolis. And we knew when we jumped into Fishers, kind of a smaller community, that we needed to be a part of it. So we've been very active in helping on affordable housing, helping on wellness, mental health campaigns, working with the local nonprofit agencies. So we've become very integral into the Fishers community.
You're really playing a pivotal role in powering local economies and driving them forward as well.
Yes, without question.
Now, do you encourage your employees to get involved in their local economies as well?
Yeah, actually, we give our employees paid time off to participate with local charities and local community events. And it ranges from being certified to help people with their tax returns that can't get it done. We work with a lot of the elementary schools to do financial literacy training, work with Habitat for Humanity to build homes, which is a part of every community, is to have affordable housing. So they enjoy it. They turn out en masse. probably paying them doesn't hurt either, but they do have the desire.
No, it's incredible. It's very commendable. You're fostering economic growth in every avenue wherever you operate.
Correct.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. We greatly appreciate your partnership, and we look forward to having you back at Nasdaq soon.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You.